This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Bandit.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ben Banagoo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 18 data. Get ready. Get on. 56. 56. I got one. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the curl. 56.
He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any court. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said
that's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike the opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch the edge.
From the gun, Herbert. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. He finds his target, Fuller. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Win championships, baby. No. Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here we go.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 7, Bengals nothing.
Here we go. And Tucson. Let's go, D. 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready. 18 Gators. Bravo. Greystone, travel. Rip right. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go. Now.
From the gun, Herbert. Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
About ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. Go. Mike, 56. Mike's 56. Check pass. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
25 yards that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Watch the twist. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abukum. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Herbert. That one going to be complete to David Moore. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Go. Now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 16-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw. Herbert has got it to Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Love. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Give me some. Here we go. Check 9. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got his target. That's more. A big gain of 31 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
There we go.
That's the end of the
Hey,
quarter.
Orbit.
With the score, Steelers 17, Bengals nothing.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Herbert got some real estate inside the 30. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes left side. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Looking to throw. Herbert, and his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pull it together. 58's the money.
To throw again. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Go, go. Check, crunch, crunch.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You got it. You got it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now they try the right side here, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike, 53, Mike.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Morton. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Steelers, home next.